So we've drawn the background, the body, and now we're ready to draw the eyes. Here's how to do it. Start with the go-to commands. I'm going to start with 0, 0, so that Tracy goes from her bottom spot back to the middle. Then we want to go backward because we're kind of draw that top left eye. So to go backward, the first command needs to be a negative value, and let's start out with negative 50. So we saw we move backward just a little bit. The further back we go, negative 100, the further back Tracy goes. So maybe somewhere in between at negative 75. I also want her to move up a little bit more. So in order to do that, we have to change the second value, the Y position. So maybe let's move it up. Let's start with 50. We'll see if that's right. And let's call a start from there. Now that I'm in the right spot, I want to draw a triangle for the eye. But Tracy doesn't know the command triangle like she knows the command circle. So we're going to just draw one manually. So a triangle is simply going forward, and we can choose how far. Maybe let's say 30 to start with. And we can see what happens from there. And we'll notice the pen was up. So we're going to put the pen down. After that, we're going to need to make a turn. So we go forward, and if we want to turn to face down, that is a 120-degree turn to the right. Then we just go forward that same exact amount, and we do it again. And we have to do a total of 3 times. So we have 1, 2, and 3. So those 6 commands will draw us our triangle. If we want to fill it in, we can say begin fill before the triangle and end fill after the triangle. And we have our first eye. From here, kind of separate that just a little bit. I'm going to say pen up, and I want to move forward. Let's call it maybe 100 pixels because we want to draw the next eye. So then you'll move forward, and then maybe that's another good spot where I can then repeat all of this to draw the next eye. And then if I don't like the position, I could always change it. If I want those triangles to be bigger, I simply need to make them a larger amount forward so that line for each of them is longer. And you can see that reflected there. Also, maybe if you want the triangle the other way, instead of going right, you could have chosen to go left. Just make sure that all of them are the same turn, and you'll see that that triangle will be facing the other way. And from here, the last thing that you might want to do is to get down to draw the nose or the mouth. You might need a 90-degree turn, which will move what direction Tracy's facing. Temporarily, I'm going to get rid of this. So after drawing that first eye, you would turn right, and then you could go forward, maybe 100 pixels. You can move around this way, or you can simply play around with the go-to command and try maybe go back to 0, 0, which is the center, and from there you can figure out where you might want to go. Have fun!